Good afternoon, Vlogverse. So I'm learning a little bit more every day about vlogging and how not to do it in a crappy way. So, improvements today. I have a stable camera, so it won't be jostling around like we're in some pretend action movie. And better lighting. So see, we're figuring it out. Although I'm not quite cool enough to have a good background like some of the cool writers have, like with their bookshelves, with all their awesome books. I just moved a weekend and a half ago, so I've got a blank wall in the background. But I did try to make my mohawk especially spiky for you all today. Maybe a little view there, that's right, it's spiky, spiky. So what I'm going to talk about sometimes is the things that I'm reading that inspire me. Does that sound dorky? I know. But every morning I read either Natalie Goldberg or Joseph Campbell, or even not so delightful, inspiring things. Like I've been reading Camus, who's a nihilist. He's not very cheerful to start your morning out with. But I want to share some tidbits and some things that I've been thinking about from these books with you. So this morning was an amazing nugget from Natalie Goldberg's Wild Mind, Living the Writer's Life. Also, her Writing Down the Bones is kind of a must-have if you're going to be a writer, in my opinion. This morning I was reading about, writing as therapy. Natalie says it's not like therapy. Somebody comes up to her in one of her conferences that she's doing and says, "Oh, this was just like therapy. I was really working through all these things from my childhood." And Natalie writes, "I scrunched up inside when she compared it to therapy. People do that. I didn't say anything. It's not therapy. It's the root of literature, the direct connection with your mind." But then the woman goes on and tells her about how, as she was writing fiction, she was working through the sadness in her childhood that she hadn't even realized she was dealing with until it was there on the page. And Natalie writes, "I nodded. Yes, I'd forgotten that too. That if you let go in your writing, you naturally go for the jugular over and over and over until you clean out unfinished business. I do it so matter-of-factly now, and then I wonder why writing can be so painful." So, so Natalie is leaving, maybe I should call her Miss Goldberg, right? I need a little respect. She is saying that there's space for writing as therapy. Just maybe not in your direct way, because through writing you're really working out subconscious kind of, okay, I won't get all mystical on you about what I really think how writing works. But you do, it's a place to work out your stuff. Like yesterday I was feeling super lonely in the city and oh, I don't know what to do with these feels of loneliness. Then I was like, I know, I'll write a scene. So I picked up a scene from book 3 in my trilogy, which I have not written yet. But I wrote a scene about what exactly it feels like to be lonely in a new place, to not have people to talk to. And so I could write it from this really present place that I think will be exciting when I get to actually writing the book. So yeah, I think writing can be therapy. Fiction can be a way to work out, even not directly, or as directly as I was doing, the kind of things that you're dealing with in your daily life, all these feelings and emotions and crazy things going on. And it's almost a little easier to put it in this other scenario of these other people going through it. It's almost like this, level of mediation. So you don't have to deal directly with it, but then as you do, and when you look back on your writing, you can see, dang, I was working out some stuff there. Pretty cool. Part of the magic. So anyway, that's my thoughts on writing as therapy. Check back later for more thoughts, more reading, and more craziness.